So thank you, Helen, for joining us today. It's great to have you here, and obviously to talk about Microsoft Surface Hub and now the journey that we've been on for the last few months with Microsoft, and obviously the launch of Hub 3 and now in channel. So obviously good to start a journey, and if you can talk about a little bit of your experiences with Microsoft Hub so far.
Yeah, well, we've come a long way. Obviously, we had Surface Hub 1 as our very first product in market. And I think we've come a long way since then, and we've now got version 3 in market. And that offers a really, really positive collaboration experience for anyone who's working either in the room or in a hybrid capacity outside the room. So really supports hybrid working and brings lots of benefits to helping people collaborate more easily.
Fantastic. This is a great extension to the Ingram Micro portfolio, bringing Hub and being able to bring it out to our channel partners as well. Obviously, all the great work we've done on Surface. And obviously the extension of driving Hub into those partners as well, which is a great opportunity for us. And looking at the opportunity we have at Ingram Micro, it's been a journey for us, learning about a whole new product, how we get it out there into channel, working with our AV partners and our UCC partners as well. I think looking at it, it's very much how we drive the services out into the channel as well and support the resellers. So Josh, what are you key things you're finding at the moment?
Yeah, I mean, it's been the biggest learning curve. It's nothing like Surface devices. These are very big devices. So kind of all the logistics side of it has been a big, steep learning curve. And kind of the requirements that we've had to do, where we've had to go ahead and do site surveys and basically make sure that the infrastructure is there, ready for the devices to arrive.
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, that's really cool. So, I mean, in terms of looking at everything from our services perspective, I know we launched Auto-Pilot a long time ago, and the financing side on Surface, and obviously bringing all that great stuff to what we're doing here in channel with Hub. Where do you see financing on Hub and the great opportunities there?
Yeah, I mean, they're not the cheapest of devices, but you do pay what you get for, right? And it is a premium device, and so financing is a great option for kind of SMB customers to get hubs in their organizations. So that's why we're seeing the biggest success within that industry is SMB customers looking to finance it, Surface Hubs. And yeah, it's been great so far.
And Helen, what do you think from a demand perspective, not obviously just a box shifting exercise, but obviously looking at it from a services perspective? What's your experience over the last few years of working?
Yeah, I think the service piece, the Surface Hub is really important because it needs to be sold correctly. So it needs the pre-sales consultancy piece to be done correctly. And then it needs to be adopted correctly. So once a customer has bought a device, it needs to be installed and, more importantly, adopted. So that might require training services. It might require people to think about the way they use the device in a kind of collaboration scenario. And so the best experiences for customers are definitely when the device is wrapped around with, a selection of services that make it a really compelling solution for their environment.
And how do you feel that Surface has changed now to an MTR device as well?
I think it gives us a whole new world to go for. I think it opens up lots of opportunities. I think we want to work with partners who've been selling Microsoft Teams Room solutions. We want to work with partners who are selling Teams and have expertise in that area. We want to work with partners who are selling Surface devices. So I think it opens up a huge new opportunity for us. It's the first Windows touch device on the MTR platform. So it's a Windows device that brings all the benefits that you expect from Windows in terms of deployment and management. And I think it's really going to open the door because we can sell Surface Hub as a really nice collaboration device for a small room where it's in there on its own, or we can sell it as a companion device to a Microsoft Teams Room solution where we want increased collaboration in the room while we're doing hybrid meetings.
Perfect. And I think it's, bringing Surface Hub to channel has been a great opportunity for us, but also talking about our installation services now that we recently launched into channel, but also, as I say, from a financing perspective and utilizing our configuration team. So the services are looking at whether it's a dead on arrival, checking that out, actually even doing an upgrade in our warehouse with our warehouse team, I think is a really important step forward as well. So the way that we've embraced the whole Ingram Micro One as a solution, because we work very closely with our cloud team, but also looking at our entire portfolio of Surface and the HoloLens and the Hub, bringing it all together in one team is really important for our resellers.
Yeah, and becoming a centre of excellence for those devices and how they all work together. And then, as you say, how partners can make more margin and drive an increased sale value by adding those services.
And Josh, just a typical journey you're finding with a partner, if that actually really is a typical journey, what sort of questions are you finding from those partners?
Yeah, I mean, there isn't really a typical journey. Every kind of requirement that we've seen so far has been unique. And I suppose that's kind of one of the benefits with Surface Hub is it fits in so many different scenarios. So yeah, we've had, devices going up to 4 floors, but your boss would do some curbside deliveries. Especially end user wise as well. We've seen a lot of different customers. So like I said, we've seen SMB customers, but then we've seen huge enterprise customers and global deals that we've working on now, aren't we? For multiple different countries, and how Surface Hub will fit into those. And yes, it's been a real learning experience.
Yeah, thank you for that. I think it's really interesting the way that we've developed as a business as well. So it's more a consultative service as well that we're offering, which has changed the dynamic of how we do our day job.
Yes, a lot more pre-sales, like you said. The amount of pre-sales that we have to do before we actually, ship out units, because as a distributor, we're used to to ship out devices. We don't really see the pre-sales or after sales, but with Surface Hub, it's very hands-on that we get involved with the pre-sales, we get involved with the end customers as well as the resellers, because there's so many functions of the Surface Hub that can be done. So yeah, pre-sales really heavy, and then the aftercare as well is what we've seen a lot on. So just people getting to grips of what the device can do and kind of what can be installed on it as well.
Helen, sorry.
No, it's just that we've seen Surface Hub sold in every single vertical and every size of company. And I think the use case is different depending on the customer and how they work and the sorts of meetings they run. And therefore, partners can add real value to the sale by helping the customer understand the opportunities for that device, for Surface Hub within their own environment. There's a lot of opportunities for the channel.
How important is Hub to Microsoft?
It's really important to us. It really embodies our view of collaboration. It's the embodiment of collaboration. The whiteboard is a superb way of brainstorming. People can join the meeting remotely and still contribute to the whiteboard through their Surface device using their pen. So it really is the embodiment of what Microsoft kind of drives for in the way we help people to work more collaboratively. So I think it's a really important part of our strategy.
We've seen that firsthand. The commercial director who sits behind us here in his office, he's had this device for several weeks now, and he's absolutely loving using it with collaboration with teams across the UK and worldwide. He's up there, taking notes down, using the graph on the whiteboards. You can see it firsthand how beneficial it's been.
And the great thing is that it's a mobile device. If you want it to be, yes, you can absolutely fix it to the wall, and you certainly probably would with the 85-inch device. But the 50-inch device is mobile, and it can be wheeled from room to room. So if you've got an ad hoc meeting that you want to use and you want to dial people in and do some whiteboarding, you can take it to that room. You don't even need to worry about the power because the APC battery that you can sell alongside the device will hold the meeting together and carry on, allowing you to work as you move it. And so it gives you a really flexible option, both in meeting rooms but also outside of meeting rooms too.
And that's really important. It's the whole collaboration piece that's, the world has changed in the pandemic, and also driving this forward where everyone can join from around the world. People don't travel for meetings anymore. Teams is so important with everything we're doing.
Yeah, it helps to support the sustainability goals of companies, not making people travel to always be in the room. And I don't think there's ever going to be a time now when we are all in the room together. I think most meetings we go to now, there's always somebody who's remote. And so thinking about that and thinking about how you drive the best experience for both people remotely and in the room, I think is really important.
And that's it, because everyone wants to feel as part of the team, and bringing people together with a true solution like Microsoft Surface Hub 3 is absolutely perfect.
Yeah, even stuff where, we can put now the Hub 3 into portrait mode, and you get more face-on value with a person that's not there in the room. Something like that is just so beneficial because, working as a team, you get that more interaction. And like you said, wheeling, the device around with the steel case and the APC battery, you can take these meetings to anywhere. So say meeting rooms are booked out, you can move it to different booths, and it's just a different kind of way of doing meetings.
Thank you both very much for your time today. I think it's been absolutely superb talking to you both.